Back after a short break. It's time to continue the game. Alright. Everything looks well. We've got that settler down there. I think it's time to continue this with the next turn. There's quite a lot of land left for us to explore, so hopefully we'll do that soon. Alright. Next turn. England is bringing her army in our territory. Alright, I will apologize. So I'm planning to move all my units toward England to prevent an unwanted war, and I will also try to become friends with her. She does like us, so if we can get a friendship that... What are we researching? That would be great. We're researching shipbuilding, but we don't really need shipbuilding at this point. Maybe we should go to mathematics. Come on, come on, come on. Can we switch? Can we switch? Alright, we can switch. Alright. I think that would be much better, going toward mathematics, so that we can reach the universities sooner. We've also got the famous civil service civic. That one has a card that gives +1 culture for every... Alright, what do we... I think for every district. I think we need to switch out of making builders, and the city can start making a amphitheater. So, what's the plan? The plan is to pre-make builders in all our cities. We will make these builders up to 1 turn to completion. We will be getting feudalism really soon, and once we get feudalism, we can put in the card that gives us +2 actions per builder. So we really want to make use of that card. Alright, we've got a boost to apprenticeship. But that means we only have 3 mines at this point. That's really low. Let's sell these luxuries. Alright, Egypt doesn't give us a good price. Maybe if we sold this cheaper, we would get a little boost to our relationship. So let's do it. Let's give her a discount. Alright. You don't have money. Cool. The other question is, what do we do with this settler? Should we... It will take forever to bring it back. I don't even want to do that. Should we just sell the luxuries and sell the city? Alright, I didn't have to sell that luxury. I could have just sold the city. What are you gonna give? 19. What would you give it? The other question is, who do we sell this city to? We could sell it to Monty. We could sell it to maybe Victoria. That would make her less likely to start a war with us, and she would be happy because she's got a city on another continent. Would you give us another city? No. I'm greedy. Or we could, not Gilgamesh, I need Gilgamesh, and I need him strong. I think we could maybe sell it to Saladin. He doesn't like us much, so maybe that will increase our relationship. Do we need this luxury? Nah. Let's leave him with that luxury. Alright. So we do this? Yeah. Cool. So now that we've got money from this city, we could use the money to prop our other cities, get things like granaries, and essentially help these cities reach 7 population so that we can place the 2nd and 3rd district, depending. Right? Alright. The army is moving toward England. Alright. Alright, there's quite a lot of turns left till we get our infrastructure, so we need to speed this up. So, what's the plan now? We go for Divine Right. Once we get into Divine Right, let's just change this. We don't need the unit card, do we? Do we need a unit card? How many archers do we have? 3. Cool. That means we've got the boost. We can now put the culture card. This will add some extra culture. Alright, I think that's... Anything else we need to put? No. Culture, builders, production, great rider, +2 envoys. Alright, I'm happy with this. Cool. So, the plan. Go into Monarchy. Once we get into Monarchy, we can build walls in our cities. The reason why we're building these walls, there are essentially 2 reasons to go into Monarchy and build the walls. First, Monarchy actually gives you a card, Artist, Acropolis, and a trade route. These are our new quests, I think we can get all of them. Alright. Let's just keep exploring. Monarchy has a bonus that gives you 50% toward the production of walls. And the other bonus that Monarchy has is settler. Huh. Let's just put him here, make sure that he doesn't put a city right there in the middle. The other reason why Monarchy is there is the card that gives you 100% boost towards defensive units. Previously recruited. We're not gonna get close to a scientist yet. Toward defensive building. That means you can build walls with 100% boost on your production, right? Which is approximately, you need 35, let's say, production to get the walls which are worth 80 production. She doesn't want to be our friend. I don't want to be allied with Cleopatra. I don't really want her to know my cities, and no. No. You don't have gold. Do you want to be our friend? Yes, you do. Thank you, Gandhi. The diplomacy in this game is progressing really, really well, even though they really have a lot of modifiers against us. What about Gilgamesh? Oh, that's a lot of broken promises. Can we get him to be our ally? That will give us a boost to our relationship, and we should probably get him to pay something. So, going back into walls. Now, when you chop, before these walls are completed, your overflow will also... Oh, Gilgamesh has explored pretty much all the map. There's Stockholm, but... But we didn't meet, so... Alright. Yeah, we don't see Stockholm yet. So I guess we need to send a scout there. Alright. There's a warrior. So he's moving his army back. Where was I? Walls. Once you make the chop, you get an overflow. And this overflow can speed up your districts and production. But let's look at it like this. I need to invest around 30 production into getting the walls in the first place, right? Then when you chop, some production will go to finish the walls, the rest will overflow. So if we assume that we can have 70 or 80 production per chop, and we only get one chop per city that's boosted, that's going to be around extra 60, 70 or 80 production max, right? So that's maybe a granary or a oh, really? We do have a good relationship. Why do you don't want to be my friend? That's going to be an extra granary or an extra monument. And so it's really questionable whether this really adds much to the game. Because in order to get to Monarchy, we need to research it. That's 3 turns. And we also needed to research theology, which added an extra 6, 7 turns to our game. And that is a lot of turns. So I'm considering maybe, just maybe, we really didn't have to do that. Yep. On the other hand, I can see why many people are angry that this is an exploit, because if you use these overflows to build up your army, you can suddenly end up with 10 horsemen in a few turns and just storm throughout the map. Alright. Cool. What do we need to research? We'll wait for the 3rd district for mathematics, and we can finish apprenticeship in the meantime. We still don't have many mines. England seems to be retracting. In any case, the wall overflow will not add much production-wise, but... and it will definitely not be decisive, but it's a welcome addition. Alright, we need to switch out of this builder. You can put some production in the campus for now. And next turn we'll put production into... oh, did we switch out of the builder here? Ah, I forgot to switch out of the builder. Okay, let's start making another one. We need an extra one anyway. This is really unfortunate. I should have monitored things more carefully instead of talking pointlessly. Alright. But it doesn't matter. Another reason why walls are really beneficial is we've got all these AIs around that seem to be like Britain seems to be wanting to mount an attack, and it's all good now because they still don't have good units, but they will soon. Norway systematically waits to declare a war on us, and it's really, really annoying to have Norway around. Super annoying. So when we get walls in all our cities, AI will be much less inclined to declare a war. Alright, Samiriat announced England. England took the Goddess of the Harvest. Oh, I can't believe Goddess of the Harvest was still available. Wow. Maybe I could have taken that Pantheon. Alright, she wants to be our friend now. So we're safe from England.
Conclude then this point touching upon the power of kings with this axiom of divinity. That is, to dispute what God may do is blasphemy. So it is sedition to dispute what a king may do.
Alright. Do we need to change any policies first? Purchase any tiles, get anything. Maybe... we didn't meet Stockholm. I thought maybe we could change the envoy card for double envoys. Oh, we don't even have an envoy. Alright, let's get an envoy first so that we can put that in Stockholm. Stockholm is a great city-state. If you're suzerain, you get +1 great people point from all your districts. That means we don't need to go with 3 archaeologists. We could go with 2 archaeologists and 2 art museums. So that's a viable option. It does save us some gold, so I definitely want to get Stockholm. Alright, let's get a monument for this city so that its borders grow a bit. Let's go into... do we need anything to change? Nope. Let's switch to Monarchy. Alright, now new cards. 1 amenity for garrison unit, 100 production toward walls, and I think we can now finally put the unit maintenance card. Do we still need the builders? I think we're done with pretty much all the builders except 1. So we could maybe add production in all our cities, +1 production. It's a very powerful policy. With 10 cities that we've got, that's 10 production per turn. Right? So it really adds up. So now what I'm doing is switching every city toward making walls. Alright, 4 turns to walls. Can we extend that a bit? Do we need to extend it? 4 turns is enough. How long here? 3 turns. Yeah, we definitely need to extend this by a turn to maximize the value from chops. Alright, 4 turns. I'm happy with this. But maybe a little bit more food could help. The city doesn't even have housing. Alright. What about you? Alright, looks good. I just want to extend it to 4 turns. And then I can switch out of walls at the same time, otherwise I'll forget. Plus it's more beneficial for the chops. Alright, 4 turns. Good. Ancient wall, 4 turns. That's good. Beautiful. I'm thinking we could potentially... 5 turns, that's even better. We could potentially use that city to make the Big Ben. And that will keep our capital free to make something else. And definitely Sparta for the spaceport. Alright, walls, 5 turns. And who's left? You. Walls, 6 turns. Good enough. Alright, I'm happy with this. We will... In the meantime, we are going to... Let's fortify him here. Give him vision, delete the pin. In the meantime, do we need this army there now? I don't think we need the army there anymore, so we can just put all units in different cities, and they will give us an extra amenity to these cities. It's not much, but let's keep our citizens happy while we can. Alright. Gilgamesh stole that builder, but we can maybe steal another one. Alright. Are they having a war still? Alright. Everything looks good. So, once walls reach 1 turn to completion, we will switch out of walls and churn out the 5 action builders. Aha, we met someone. And the quest is to train a pikeman. We are never going to train a pikeman. That's just a stupid waste of time.
Must often wipe a bloody nose.
Alright, fortified there. Cool. We've got an envoy now. So we should put the double envoys card to send that envoy to Stockholm and become suzerains as soon as possible. Alright. I think this city we need to buy a tile, I guess. Alright, what do we do with you? Do we know Muscat? We do. Do we want to meet something else? Where do we explore next? Gilgamesh was really handy. Alliances are powerful. Now we even know La Venta. They want a trade route, but I don't think that can happen. They're too far. Alright, Sparta now has 2 turns, 2 walls. It should be on 3, right? Sometimes the game doesn't show you the right number of turns. Yeah, well, it happens. Now if in these cities the Tyrians with 2 pop and Sicyon with 1 pop, I started making walls a little bit earlier because I want to do the chops as soon as possible, and they were cities with 1 or 2 pop, just very low production, settled very, very late.
We're all apprentices in a craft where no one ever becomes a master.
Let's switch out of walls. And we could get a commercial hub. But do we have a tile to place the commercial hub? I think we need to buy a tile and give another point of adjacency there. I think we can't extend these walls, can we? No. No. No, this seems rather pointless. .4, 7.4, let's do that 5. No, it's not happening. Alright, let's get everything back to production. Let's get this once more beneficial when it comes to food. Alright, I think we need to buy this tile and put a commercial hub there. Alright. Cool. 110, that's a lot. Let's get a tile. Purchase. Alright. Place the hub. What? Why did it place the hub there? I bought a tile to put it here. Alright. I can't allow this. Restart. What a waste of time. So
there is no easy way to train an apprentice.
I'll try to place this district carefully.
For example,
Buy
and nagging.
Place. I think when I bought the tile last time, the gold used to buy it was over the tile above, and it also placed the district in the same turn, and that's quite annoying. I hate these UI annoyances. doesn't matter. It's still a great game, and the authors of this mod, the CQUI mod, especially the community edition, have done, wow, have made a tremendous improvement over the base game. So I'm thankful, despite all these little disturbances. Anyway, let's see what's happening. Yep, nothing. We just continue building walls in these cities. Soon we'll be switching to builders. Tech-wise, we need to wait a bit for the third districts to go for mathematics and then universities, education. We again are missing on a great scientist, which is too bad. I think there's no reason to postpone bronze working, is it? Yep. And it will also allow us to chop all this jungle. And chopping the jungle with these builders will increase the population in all our cities substantially. Let's get this guy in for an amenity. He's slowly starting to improve his money position. Gilgamesh doesn't have cash. What about you? You've got 140. I think 140 is fair. What about you? Ah, you've got a new city. Don't want to buy luxury? Do you? Do you want to change luxuries? No, I'm guessing he's now angry at us. What about Monty? What happened to all his resources? Did we buy it? No, we didn't. Anyway. Alright, 45. He seems to be peaceful now, Norway. 6 pop. We have the same. We're better actually with the military strength, so I think the threat has been neutralized. We don't have to worry about Norway for at least another 30 or more turns. Alright, pikemen. Great artist, we're getting that envoy. Prophet we're never gonna get. Great scientist, yes, but it will take quite some time. Alright, feudalism is almost done.
I'm also interested in creating
switch
a
out of
lasting
walls.
legacy, because bronze will last for thousands of years.
How long does it take to get an amphitheater here? We've put all tiles back to production. What about this city? Yep. Get all back to production-ish. Focus. Looks good. Alright. 5 turns to get the walls here. I think we need to buy a tile in order to be able to have a better chop. It's really expensive. I should have settled this city differently. I should not have settled on that luxury, but doesn't matter. Alright, good. 2 turns. Can we extend? Or shall we just move toward the amphitheater? Alright. Alright. It's not terribly much production here, but it's okay. Alright, that city can work on walls 1 more turn. 4 turns, 2 turns, alright. I think we've got a boost for mercenaries. We've got a boost for diplomatic service, so now it's time to get a feudalism. Yep, 2 turns to completion in other cities. Great. Great. What do we research? Should we go towards stirrups now, or should we just get iron working? Alright, we're getting the scientist with a library and a uni. in quite a lot of turns. But hopefully this will speed up once we put out a few more campuses. Just need to remember to have a campus without a library or a uni. For a maximum boost. Alright. Norway declared war on England. Wow. Yeah. England has half of Norway's combat strength. Finally. Wow.
In democracy, it's your vote that counts.
We avoided the war.
In feudalism, it's your count that votes.
Alright, should we move toward feudalism now? Should we finish iron working? Is there an iron mine for us to improve? Yeah, let's go with stirrups. Cool, so now if we get mercenaries for 1 turn, we will get an extra envoy, and maybe that will help us secure Stockholm. Alright, we need to switch out of walls and move back to making the builder. Get back the production focus. And now, you can make a builder. It will say 1 turn in most of our cities, but in reality, it will not be 1 turn. Every time you make a builder, it adds 4 production to the cost. So some cities will be able to do it in a turn, but in some cities, it will then say 2 turns, and then again 2 turns. But I'm thinking in the next 5 or so turns, all cities will be able to finish these builders. Alright, this one already says 2 turns. And which means it will take even longer. Alright. And you start making a builder. Perfect. We've got a good builder wave. Where's that scout? He was supposed to go get that builder. Go. Alright, you just wait there. You should fortify. And you should fortify and give us vision, or... no. Let's get an amenity. Alright, do we need this card anymore? I would really love to speed up the Great Scientist. I'm considering... no, too early. Let's go with the builder card. Let's get back the envoy card. Alright, this looks good. We could probably use the scientist card at one point, just to briefly try to speed up the scientist. But if you want to use that card, just make sure you're using it when it actually makes sense. Don't just put the card in to start working toward a great scientist, because the AI will get all of them. Yep. Already a great scientist costs hundreds of great people points. And I've seen YouTube videos where people put that card and then 150 turns later, they still didn't get a great scientist.
Hey, we just go wherever there's a mixture of money and trouble.
Whereas if they put some other card, they would get good benefits for their empire. Alright. Envoy. We put an envoy to Stockholm. Yeah, or... we get back our ownership of Mohenjo-Daro. I'm quite puzzled. So we need quite a few turns before we get all these other envoys. So I'm guessing we go for guilds now, not build 2 markets, and so Mohenjo will give us housing. This will give us great people points. I think great people points are better. But we need that housing as well. So we delay our progress, we go to naval tradition, get another envoy. I like this game. It's really tough fight for envoys and being suzerain of this many city-states, so it's interesting. Alright. All policies are good. You get back there to watch. I don't want him to get that settler there. So maybe I should forget amenities and block that settler with 2 units. I don't want him to put a city there, because then he will steal the tiles, the woods and the stone from our capital. And the reason why I didn't put a settler there is to keep these tiles for my capital. There's a barb camp somewhere. Alright, he's going in to settle here. I shall not allow that. So what's the plan with all these builders? Simply, we'll be chopping the rest of the infrastructure. Most of the cities have some form of jungle or something that we could also chop. This will rapidly increase the population, so we'll be able to place the 2nd and 3rd districts. So in the next 5 to 10 turns we'll be chopping heavily. But then after that we've got our empire built. Alright, you start making a library. I didn't make monuments in these cities. I could have went for monuments first. But because Pericles gets cheap theater squares, they don't cost much more than a monument. And in the beginning they were even cheaper than a monument. And each of them gives already +2 culture. So it's a good compensation. Plus we managed to get all these city-states. But I'll still get a few monuments. Alright. Should we buy a tile? No, not yet. Because we've got huge amounts of culture, these cities will all expand into tiles. Now, sorry if I'm repeating myself, but if you look at the cities where we don't have a monument and we don't have a theater square, like this city, it has grown just 1 tile in all these turns since it was placed. Whereas if you look at other cities where we do have a culture generation going on, they have produced huge amounts of culture, and they have expanded into a very large number. Oh, hello. Into a very large number of tiles. So if your cities are not making a lot of culture, you can forget expansion of tiles. You have to plan for buying the tiles. So that whole idea of planning your districts in the 3rd and 2nd ring around the city is not effective without culture. Just keep that in mind. And if you watched my previous video, you've heard that already. So in that case, sorry. Alright, 2 turns to complete the walls in Tyrene, so whatever. We'll switch out next turn. Beautiful.
The Navy has both a tradition and a future.
What?
And we look with pride and confidence in
Completed
both
the
directions.
walls. It said 2 turns to complete the walls, and then it just completed the walls in 1 turn. That's really annoying. I'm not gonna restart because of this. But I hate these UI glitches. It's really, really annoying. We wasted all the production on the wall, and we didn't get anything back from it. But I'm not restarting that turn. I've made way too many moves. I don't want to repeat them. Alright. Why is this guy set to move? He should just chop. Alright, and we've got around 80 to 100 overflow, so we can finish the commercial hub. And we'll have a little bit production more. I need to finish 3 commercial hubs so that we get these trade routes. And we've got the envoy And we get the housing back from Mohenjo-Daro. Alright. What about here? We buy a granary to help this city grow. Chopped library. It speeds from 6 to 2 turns. Not much, but still. The settler seems to be gone. Alright. What about this guy? Let's slowly get the scout back. Alright. I think at this point we know all the city-states. And we do know all the AI. Hattusa, Samaria declared war on India. Did they already have a war? Who had a war with India? Was it Aztec? I just hope Sumeria doesn't conquer Hattusa instead of India. And what is that scout doing over there? Alright. We finished the commercial hub. We now have a boost for mathematics. Our relationship is amazing, but still she doesn't want to be friends. Alright, let's now finish the campus. Perfect. I should wait for that city to grow 2 turns, the Mykonos or whatever. Wait for it to grow so that we can place the next district there. And we finish the commercial hub here. Yeah, so this one. Should we just wait to grow? Yep. You could move to the stone. And we chop the stone. This, we have to wait for the builders in those 2 cities. This one already has a builder. Alright, let's move here. What do we put 1 turn into campus. I'm thinking, should we get an Acropolis here maybe? That will also give us an envoy and speed things up. Where do we put it? Let's work toward that campus. Alright, here. There's no woods around this city. Oh wow. It's all pure jungle. Ah, I didn't notice that. This would be a good city for a harbor, but we didn't unlock that tech. And to be honest, I couldn't be bothered. But if we unlock that tech, harbors would now definitely get a discount in production. It's something like 40, 50 maybe production saved. It's a good boost, but can't worry about it now. Alright. Ooh, a wonder. Alright, we get mathematics and then we move towards education. Can we get the great scientists in time to boost the education? 22 turns. That is way too late for universities. I don't think we can wait for this boost. So this strategy goes essentially build a lot of theater squares, build 2 campuses, and then build 3 commercial hubs to get the boost for medieval ferries and stuff. But I'm thinking maybe a better strategy would be completely ignore Monarchy, don't go into it. Instead of that, don't even get a boost for medieval ferries. Just hard research it, and instead of starting with 3 commercial hubs early, put 3 more campuses. Put the campuses all out first, and then maybe we could get that scientist, and then we can worry about gold a little bit later. And I will be having a few test runs now when the Rise and Fall expansion is released to to see what are the best options, what works well, what doesn't. If you know in Rise and Fall, you will have to have a market and a lighthouse in order to get a trader. And that's extra 105 production before you can build your second trader, third and fourth and so on. So I'm guessing that's a really significant increase, and it will definitely delay the traders. So in that case, definitely skipping monarchy. And I'm also thinking that the governments will be changed in any way. What do we do here? What do we do? What do we do? City was settled too late, didn't grow. Let's just start churning builders in that city and forget about it. It was a bad decision. Alright, we can get a trader here. It will take 4 turns. We can move this guy here. Actually, is there a point? It's already got the districts. And can't put a second district. And here, I think we first clear out some land to place a district. Alright, we've got another great write-up. That's 3 great people total. So we've got a boost toward enlightenment.
Oh, swear not by them.
I doubt we will get a great merchant in time, so probably will not be able to boost mercantilism. But I think we will be able to boost humanism by getting a great artist. So at the end of the day, it's the same. Alright, let's finish this one. Let's get a trader, and then we pop a district. Or should we get a library first? Trader will bring more culture. You work on the amphitheater. You give us an amenity. You could wait a turn for the city to grow, so we can place the next district. Alright. 30 turns. This city is so bad. My original intention with this city was probably to build a entertainment district there so that we can place a coliseum to cover all these cities. But Monty built a coliseum first. And that makes me really angry. It's a lot of culture that we've lost, but more importantly, it's so many amenities that we won't have. All right. 13 turns. No, I don't want to sell this. I have nothing else to sell. All right. He's going to settle in that one safe spot. So I'm gonna send an archer there to block the spot. And I'm definitely gonna waste my money to buy a tile to prevent him from embarking. Because look where he wants to place a city, on top of 2 of my cities.
Every man should make his son learn some useful trade or profession, so that in these days of changing fortunes, they may have something tangible to fall back upon.
Now he can't get there because it's got cliffs. And that's the problem with Norway's settler algorithm. It just tries to get the worthless city right on top of a coast where an enemy has a city. And in doing that, the AI is severely disadvantaged. So I'm thinking, if we just plop a commercial hub here, we give extra adjacency to both of the theater squares. We do lose a hill, but it doesn't matter. There's plenty of hills left. Alright, what do we get here? Another trader, or we place a commercial hub. Or we get a trader. Let's do a commercial hub. Now I'm thinking if I had harbors, I could actually put 2 harbors much cheaper. But doesn't matter. It would delay universities too much at this point. But I could have thought about that earlier, so that's something to consider. Alright, we put 1 turn into diplomatic service. 4 turns to get a boost to humanism. Alright. This is a very boring part of the game. It's so much more fun with Rome because you've got all the roads. You just move there and keep chopping. Alright. Clear out the land. Can now place a 2nd district. Let's go with Acropolis. It will be some extra culture, but more importantly, an envoy. And then we get even more culture. Alright, let's get this guy back. We chop there. Hattusa is still safe. Why are we getting this message? Don't settle near my cities. I didn't. What happened, you know? Why is he giving us this message? I didn't settle a city in... I don't get it. I'm not sure how this works. This is 6th house, so why are we even getting a message from Monty? Not sure. Alright. 1 extra builder. Cool. City-states. Well, it doesn't seem to reach many city-states from that city. Let's move on to Sparta. And we still need 1 more trade up. I think we could get it here. Chop. And then finish the commercial hub. Alright. Should we get a trader? Try to chop this as fast as possible. Gilgamesh has built pyramids. Very offensive. Very good relationship. And we renew our friendship. Alright. Alright. Are you ready? I want to save a few of these chops for universities. I've again got education a little bit more delayed than what I would prefer to have. Alright, you go there. We can finish that district now. We chop. Almost finished with the campus. Alright. Alright. Get a builder here. Place a campus. Commercial hub. Alright. This city is never gonna grow, so we just keep getting builders from it. that seems to be the end. Cool. Few more turns of a little bit tedious chopping of the empire. I think we should put a turn in medieval ferries. Can we switch? Can we switch? Switch. Come on. Come on, just one time. Come on. Alright. So yeah, I'm definitely thinking there was no need to go through Monarchy, and we should have just went through medieval ferries hard way. And we could be in exploration right now. So if I were playing this game differently, I think I would definitely change the approach there. Alright. Harvests. Get a commercial hub. Actually get an amphitheater first. Alright. And we should definitely here go for an amphitheater first. I should have thought about that earlier. Now, we are suzerains of Kumasi. That will give us extra culture per trade route. We will be getting something like +4 or +6 extra culture, depending on how many districts the city has. And with 4 trade routes, that's going to be around 16 to 24 extra culture, which is amazing, but it's definitely not decisive. So if Kumasi was not in this game, it wouldn't really change things much. But with Kumasi, I think we can have one archaeological museum less. So that's good at least. Alright, we chop this to finish this commercial hub as well. And we can place a campus, but it will take forever to make it. But maybe we can buy some tiles and chop it soon. You finish a trader. And that will be our 4th trader. So we can now go back into diplomatic service. Alright. It's time to do the chop here. Chop. And finish the Acropolis for an extra envoy. Because that will then give us another city-state and another 5% culture on top of everything. That's 7 culture. That's not insignificant. 7 plus 7 plus 7, you know. Alright. So we place another commercial hub here. Alright, great. Great, looks good for now. Where are the city-states? This city only has like, what, 2 city-states in the reach for now? Doesn't matter, because once the trade routes are finished, we'll have a trading post and we'll be able to reach more city-states later on. For the mid part of the game, trading with city-states is always superior when it comes to how much gold, culture or science you can get per trade. Alright, let's buy these tiles. Alright, what do we need here? Campus. Chop. Perfect. That's a dead end. Alright. 7 turns. Actually, can we delay education for a few more turns? That will delay universities a bit, but it will give us quite a lot of... Yeah, let's do it. Because we're getting a boost in a few turns, so... Poor India, always having wars. By the way, what happened with that Varu army? They had like a bunch of Varus when they liberated Hattusa. There were no barbs. I can't say they lost it all to barbs. Alright, we're now in Renaissance era. Why do we get a boost to siege tactics? Oh, I'm thinking Seoul gives us a random boost whenever we get into a new era. Alright, we go there. Hoplite? No. Let's finish the amphitheater. Position yourself. Move to chop. Shall we still finish the education or wait? 8 turns, 6 turns. I think we should wait. And maybe finish iron working, because I don't see a single iron mine in our territory. Nowhere. I don't see iron on the map at all. Alright, we need to chop to grow this city. Finish medieval ferries. Commercial hub. Chop. Shaves 4 turns.
To be or not to be?
Another great book. Alright. You can finish the library. And we've got the envoy. So now, shall we go for getting a suzerain or just increasing flat bonuses? Holy site. Where to put the envoy? Great artist, we're gonna get that envoy, so no. Carawell, we're never gonna get that, so we don't get to be suzerains, but doesn't matter. Alright, you. So I'm thinking Sparta would be ideal to build a spaceport later. So we should probably save most of these chops in Sparta. So we can chop the projects, and this city could potentially go with the Big Ben. Alright, 5. We still have the ancient walls here, but no woods, so let's do it like this. 46. That wasn't really beneficial. We could have skipped walls altogether in this city. Get the campus. All right. $200 gold plus 2 envoys. That's a good sign, a good merchant, but we're not gonna get it anytime soon. Alright. 4 turns to get the scientists. We will get the... We can get a boost with the great artists, so we should probably move toward exploration. And then enlightenment. 4 turns. 1 turn. Alright, beautiful. Change policies. Great scientist. Let's try to speed this great scientist just a tiny bit. Alright. So far it's looking nice. So we've got quite a few cities with 7 pop. What happened there? Oof.
All that
War
glisters is
again.
not gold. Often have you heard that told.
Alright. We finished stirrups. Yep. We put a turn in humanism. Get this great artist. Do we have anywhere to put the art? Not yet, but we will soon. Make deal. Nope. She doesn't want to buy the great work of art. That's too bad. Here. Alright. Move there. Chop. Done. Finish the commercial hub. Alright. Go to Kabul. Alright. We get a trader here. Alright. Alright, this is gonna be done soon. We move into Merchant Republic. We will be getting a total of what? 8 commercial hubs, timely, and then a few commercial hubs that will come a little bit late. I've messed up the timing for the universities again. That's what's creating all these delays. And we'll also end up with a whole lot of, what's it called? Amphitheaters. And then we can start placing the... Alright, can you finish a monument here? Why not? Finish the monument. You can finish the monument as well. Alright. You wait. Alright, a few more turns and this boring part will be over. I could have stopped earlier just to make a plan. What am I gonna build, where, when, how, what? But I find that tedious, and the biggest problem is the plans keep changing. Alright. We can take out this card now. Get some extra science and culture. Beautiful. Both of them really hate me. Now, we could slowly start thinking about... Really? This is what you're offering? No way. We could slowly start thinking about sending these... establishing embassies in all foreign cities. How about you? What would you give us? Forget about it. And you? $142 again? We keep getting 142 from Cleo. Alright. One turn. What do we waste a turn on? Make a monument. Cool. Would you buy this? 7? No. They don't really seem to value great works of art that much, but the AI really likes great works of music, so hopefully we can get a musician soon. Okay, you finished the trader. You can... Maybe we go for a monument instead of trader here, and we quickly finish a trader right here. That would be better. Chop, done. We can get an envoy from Kumasi. Perfect. You start working. We can get this commercial hub late, so let's start working on a library. Chop, 3 tons. Alright, amphitheater. Sleep, sleep. Chop. Alright. You go all the way there to chop this. Yeah, one more move. We get the deer. Actually, can we grow this city? I should have chopped this wheat. And I should have done that first. Cool. We're now going to join the scouts, because soon we'll be making a corps out of them. Alright, if you finish this one, then you can start working on a library. And here we can put the overflow. It's 14 tons now. We can chop another trader here. You move there. Swap. Tough. Swap. Swap. Take out ancient walls. Chop the woods. Perfect. Finish the commercial hub. Perfect. All right. What did we lose? We lost Mohenjo-Daro again. Oh, come on, thank you. Holy site. We do have 2 envoys, so we could get it back immediately. Or... Didn't I send the archer here? He went through that way. I don't want to let him steal those woods and tiles. Oh, this is a ripoff.
If a few drops of the ocean are dirty,
oh, you owe me $400. Oof. He's so annoying. Alright, let's get an archaeological museum. Chop. We don't have to finish it immediately. We can get an art museum here. Or Shall we start another archaeological museum, actually? Perfect. Chop. 16 tons. Good. We don't have to finish them immediately because we still can't get the archaeologist, but the boost for the civic that gives us archaeologists is getting the museum first. Which I find kinda counterintuitive if you ask me, but alright. It should be other way around. I don't know, you know. So, most culture we can get from Mycenae. Which one's Mycenae? Oh, this city. Oh, that's surprising. It's the first city to build 3 districts properly, apart from the capital. Alright. Alright. Cool. This boring part is slowly coming to an end, so I should probably make a cut soon. Go for a very short break and do one more round this evening. Should we get the enlightenment or exploration? Let's get exploration for one more turn. Sorry, enlightenment. And then we can change governments. Alright. Nothing to sell. We could get an art museum here. Alright. Right. We almost have this great scientist. Alright. We chop, that's 1 turn. Do we do? Alright. I think it's time for a break.